In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to access non-Google Campaign Report in Google Analytics. By the end, you'll know exactly where to go to review performance for campaigns that don't come from Google's own products, like email blasts, social ads, affiliates, or display networks tracked with UTM parameters. First, make sure you're in the correct Google Analytics property for the site or app you want to analyze. The data you'll see depends on that selection, so a quick glance at the property name at the top of the interface avoids confusion later. Now, from the left-hand navigation, open Reports. This is your main hub for standardized reporting in Google Analytics. Inside Reports, look for the Acquisition section. Acquisition answers the question, how are users finding you? Within Acquisition, select Non-Google Campaign. That's it, you're in the right place to see performance for campaigns that are not from Google Ads or other Google-owned sources. On this report, you'll typically see a table organized by campaign, along with key metrics like users, sessions, engaged sessions, conversions, and revenue if you have e-commerce or conversion tracking configured. Because this view focuses on non-Google sources, it helps isolate the impact of channels such as paid social, email, and third-party ad platforms that rely on proper UTM tagging. If your team uses consistent campaign naming in UTMs, the report will be much easier to read and compare. At the top right of the interface, you can adjust the date range to match your reporting period. This is especially helpful if you're evaluating a specific flight or comparing a recent push to the previous period. Within the table, you can sort by the metric that matters most for your goals: conversions, revenue, or engagement, so you quickly surface your best and worst performing campaigns. The search bar above the table is also handy for locating a particular campaign name without scrolling. If you don't immediately see the data you expect, remember that this report displays what's been captured by your tracking. Campaigns missing UTM parameters, inconsistent naming, or filters applied elsewhere can affect visibility here. Also note that interfaces can look slightly different depending on your organization's customizations, but the path remains the same: Reports, then Acquisition, then Non-Google Campaign. To recap, accessing this report is straightforward and reliable for routine checks. Head to Reports, open Acquisition, and choose Non-Google Campaign. From there, use the on-screen controls, like date range and sorting, to tell a clear performance story and keep your non-Google efforts accountable.